Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Vormithrax and this is Thea the Awakening. Let's get back to it. So in between recordings I did a little bit of research because I was curious about the game mechanics behind these bad wounds that my characters occasionally get. And I found out a few important things that are going to weight my decision and how I'm going to handle the situation we're in. So what the situation is we have an expedition here. And we have Radavouge, who has a wound, heavily wounded. And the heavily wounded status, I learned, occurs anytime a character has less than 30% of his max hit points. And anytime you fall below that number, you become heavily wounded status. And while you're heavily wounded status, at the end of the turn, it will do a death check to see if you die. And the way that works is it's automatically 30% chance minus the highest level medic skill that you have available in your party. So when I end this turn, if he's still in heavily wounded status, it's going to roll some dice, and it's going to be a 30% chance minus... I've only got a medic skill of 4, so 30 minus 4, it's going to be a 26% chance that Radavouge just dies from that wound. So we need to get him back above the 30% number. So 30% of 16 is 5, I think? I only need a couple of points. So I think if we can survive just one round of healing, or we're going to basically have to do one check against death. If we can survive that, we should be okay. So the reason it's kind of a critical problem is because this bandit camp is spewing out these bandit groups, and now they're up to 3 skulls. That's getting pretty dangerous. I'm not even sure I've got enough power in my group at full strength to actually take out a 3 skull challenge. So I think what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the expedition, have them break camp. We're going to move 4 movement points away, and then we're going to camp again, because I need to be camping to get the biggest benefit to the healing. And I'm not sure if it does the death check before or after the healing phase, so it might be that we're going to heal, it'll be above the 30%, at which point it won't have to make a death roll, or we're going to have to suffer that one roll, and then it heals at the end. I don't know the exact order of how it does that, but I think that's going to be the best solution. I want to pull back, make sure I get that death possibility taken care of, then we'll see if we can deal with this 3 skull group and finally come back after the bandits. So things been a little tougher than I expected with that one fight and the damage I took last episode. Alright, so that's pretty much the plan. Don't have much else going on. I've still got my expedition over here gathering their materials and resources, so they've got food and plenty of wood for the fire. So we're just going to let them continue to do their thing. And actually I need to consider, are we going to move those guys? Right now I've got them, I'm not sure, I don't remember what I've got them on. I might have them split between the various things. Let's go to Expedition 2. What are you guys doing? Production 2. So I do have it split. So I've got 1 on each of the types. So we're going to get some nimble wood and around. Oh, I don't have anybody on fishing. So I've got 2. Okay, got it. Got 2 people here to try to get this down. So it's still going to take 2 rounds per, because they're up to 215. They need 350. So every 2 rounds I'm getting some nimble wood, which I think is really good. This is a high-end item I found. Not doing any fish at the moment, but that'll be easy to gather later. And then we've got somebody bringing in lots of gold bars. Unfortunately, it's taking 3 rounds for the gold, because I've only got 90 points allocated here, and it needs 250 per. But that's fine, they've got time, as long as I'm gathering these 2. That's the main thing I'm wanting. In a bit, a few more turns go by, I'll pull these guys off, throw them on fish for a couple of rounds, just so I can gather a bunch to take back home again. Alright, so they're doing fine. I don't think... The only other thing I was thinking of grabbing was moving over to here, so I can grab mushrooms, vegetables, and straw. We'll see. We'll kind of see how things go. And some of that might be dependent on whether I lose Radavouge over here, so I might need to pull those guys back into the town and refigure out my party composition. Alright, but this is the big one, so let's go ahead and break camp. And we need to move, and I need to be careful how far I move. I think I'm going to move this way. 4 points, that'll give me 1 point to set up camp again. It's probably not far enough to get away from these guys, so they may chase me and attack me anyway. I don't have any control over that, so I still think this is going to be my best opportunity. It's 5, 5, and 5, so maybe it'd be better to move up this way. Just so I can be closer to... How many is it? It's 7 to get back there. So if I do 3 to here, then I'd be able to get into the city next round. So let's do that. Let's just go ahead and move up this way. Alright, and we'll go ahead and set camp again. Sure. We'll go ahead and set a gathering task. We'll just throw everybody on the meat. Not quite enough to get 2 to 1. We'll pull Radavage off. I don't think it makes a difference regarding healing, whether he's gathering or not, but it also won't make a difference time-wise. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, well that's pretty much it. So let's make the roll, see what happens. Really hope we don't lose Radavage. He's one of my primary Thud and Blunder fighter types. Yep. Alright. What's going to happen? I didn't get any death messages. Now, like I said, I can't tell whether he made the roll and then healed and he's no longer wounded, or if he healed, lost the wound status, and didn't have to make a roll. I'm unsure. If anybody knows, feel free to throw it in the comments or on my Discord channel. I'd like to know the mechanics involved, because it can make a pretty critical difference in decision making in the future. Okay, we got some idle villagers, and I know these, and I know about the resources coming in. Alright, so none of that matters. I didn't get attacked, so the bandits didn't chase me. That's great. Let's take a look at our numbers here. So Radavage, what are you at? He's up to 10 out of 17, so he healed a good amount. We've got food, but I'm going to pull all the way back to town. We're going to get healed up, resupply, and then make another attempt at those bandits. So let's break camp. Go ahead and move. Get back up into town. And we're going to spend a turn in town. We got 1 movement point left, which is fine. And I'm not changing anything over here yet. How much materials have you guys accumulated? Only 6 gold. Wicker, 21 nimblewood, so I'm happy about that. Maybe 2 turns for another 7. That'll get us a 28. And the next turn we'll have 12 gold. That gets this to 2 turns and that to 3 turns. I think I'll do that. I think I'll swap it so I can try to balance these out a bit. So that'll make this one a little longer. And after 1 and 2 is 3. So yeah, in 3 turns I'll get 2 loads of gold and 1 more load of nimblewood. So that'll put me at 28. And then 12 and 6, 18. 155. He's not by himself going to... Well, it does actually. So I can get this down to a single turn. Alright, we'll leave it like this for now. I'm just trying to figure out... I'm not real sure on the balance of things. And I did also learn that there is time pressure in the game, in that as game turns pass, the types of encounters that are going to be showing up in the game world start to get harder and harder. And So you can't just sit and gather stuff for 500 turns and then make stuff however you want. You do have some time pressure to keep expanding and building and learning and so on, so you can keep ahead of the power curve of the random encounters. So, as this is my first playthrough, I don't really know the balance and the timing mechanics too well yet, so we'll just have to kind of deal with it as we go. But I'm going to leave them alone now. Let's get back into town here, and let's go to inventory first. Expedition 1, alright, don't show equipped. Go ahead and put all of this new stuff in the town. Alright, we'll keep some meat and the wood. They should be fine after they heal up. This one more round, I think he'll heal pretty well, and then we'll get moving again. Alright, so rabbit stew. I don't think I have enough. I need to make some more rabbit stew. Oh, that's right, I switched to duck and plum sauce. That's actually not bad, though. So 67, I've got 5 guys currently. I'm thinking of adding one more. If I go 6 guys, I'd need 60 for 10 turns, so that's fine. Plus that gets us a secondary food source, so we maintain the bonus for having extra types of food available. And the wood is plenty, so I think that's good there. So let's switch to... Alright, so... Dobmeyer is who I'm thinking of adding in. So 10 armor, 9 damage, 7 tactics. So it's good for tactics, 9 strength. Nothing too super exciting, but let's see how well we can get him equipped. What are we going to equip him with? I've got a couple of piercing guys. I don't think I'm going to go that route again. I've got one heavy hitter with the blunt weapon, and then Varislav has got the sword and shield. So I've got some representation of most of the different damage types, so let's first run through and check 5 and 5, 5 and 6. Axes, I think, are just straight up damage. They don't give you the block capability or the shielding, so they have higher damage. 9 damage with 2 dex for Rockbreaker. Yeah, 15 damage. Do I go with just a really heavy hitter? 15, 12, 14. That's blunt with poison. That's another pierce. Really? Balanced War Staff gives an herbalism point? Think about that. Alright, well that's pretty much the list. I'm thinking Sword of Darkness here. Two-handed, but basically 12 damage with 6 shielding. And/or I can go like that, 5 and 6 with a shield separately. So 5 and 6, then you'd gain armor and shielding. So 3, 3, and 1. So either 3, 3, 1 or 4, 5. And we're definitely going to give him the bone armor, so let's start there. And we'll go ahead and give him that as well. Alright, so it just comes down to, do we go two-hand weapon or do we go sword and board? 4, 5. The 4 armor is really important because that raises your basically your main hit points. Really undecided. I'm not doing piercing, so it's really, I think, down to the heavy hatchet just for pure damage output, or the 963 Sword of Darkness. So if I do that and that, gives him 22 armor, 14 damage, 11 shielding. Versus Big Chopper, bumps him up to 24 damage. If I had better tactics options that allowed me to do the first move more often, I'd probably go with the heavy damage. Just get him out ahead of something else and guarantee I can remove enemy unit. I think I'm going to go this way for a few rounds. We'll see how this guy reacts with 24 damage. He's got 18 armor, which I think is decent. And he's got 7 tactics. I can't remember how the other guys are for tactics in my combat group. Oops, back in we go. Trying to remember. Alright, so Dobemar, you're going to join Expedition 1. That will also improve my combat abilities against those bandits, so now I'll have an extra warrior in there. Alright, so how do these guys compare? How does he compare to Dobyaslava? So she's got 44 armor, 15 strength, 18 damage. So he does a little bit more damage, a lot less armor. She's actually got 8 tactics, but these other guys have been around a while. They've had a lot of level ups compared to him, so he's brand new, so it's not quite a fair comparison. Yeah, they're level 4, level 5. I guess he came in at level 3. That's not too bad. Six tactics on Radovaj. Really? The guy I like to have in my tactics side so much doesn't have any tactics skill. I'm a little confused about that. Tactics are used in many challenges to give tactical moves. Well, yeah, but why is the guy I like to have on my tactics side the one who's least useful for tactics? It doesn't even have a tactics skill. Huh. Alright, we'll roll with it. Yeah, so we'll leave this setup the way it is. So that's all I care about for that. Let's, my combat group's ready. Let's check production again. So that's gathering for crafting. We're just doing that. I need to really be raising my skill. Anything new we can cook? Fruit, meat, bird meat, not in very large quantities though. I don't think that's going to be useful. Need to get some shields and armor crafting options. Basically, to speed that up, I need to get research points, so I need to be building things, basically. So let's check our pikes list again. Alright, Darkwood. I'm really wanting to get that Nimblewood back to see what kind of pikes I can make out of that Nimblewood. Let's check wicker. I've got lots of wicker. I can do that. And I don't think this makes any difference. Oh, that's right, you can't use that. Fine, thread. 20 in, 14 research, that's fine. Seems like a good amount of research for some materials that I don't have a problem getting a hold of. We'll do that there. We're going to pull you off of your gathering job, put you on crafting, so we keep that going. Can we get that to 2? Yes, we can. Yeah, go ahead. Try to get that done as quick as possible. Alright, I think we're done. So, we're just going to let the group sit there and rest. They're doing their thing. Let's keep moving.
Thea is not an easy place
we had another kid grow up.
Alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
I think I'm going to go with Crafter. I've got a gathering group out. Once they get back with some raw materials, plus what my combat group's going to be able to scavenge while they're out and about, I think that's where I'm falling down the most, is the research tree and unlocking things. So I'm going to go with the Crafter.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage.
Pelchy Bog.
Celebrates this joyous occasion.
Alright, so we have a new one. Great. So I don't care about that. I know. Let's check our group here. So, Radovaj. Wow, really? Huh. I was expecting a lot more healing than that. Wonder if you have to return him. I'm betting it didn't count me as being... I don't know. It seems weird that it didn't heal more than that. I think it may not have counted me as being in the village. If I had transferred him over to the village group and then into the turn, I'm wondering if I would have gotten more healing. Because it's still in an expedition even though I'm sitting in town. Would it even let me try to camp here? If I pick that group... No. I'm not sure. I expected more healing than that, though. Now I'm debating sticking around one more turn. He's too close to taking some wounds and popping back in. He's only got about 5 hit points more than what would put him back into heavily wounded status. Not sure I can afford to take the time to stick around one more turn. Let's pull him and him out, just in case, and we will wait one more turn. Alright, production, okay. Alright, so we finished that pike. Let's get crafting. Coal. We'll just do another one if it keeps giving me. Yeah, confirm. Pelchy Bog's the new crafter, so both of these are crafters. So let's do both of those, get it to 2 turns, and we'll just have Pelchy Bog work on the food. Doesn't have quite enough to do a double up, but that'll be fine. Alright, so everybody's working. Yes, those guys are going on the expedition, so we'll close there. Whoops. Head back in again. Radavage, see, we got a lot more healing that time, so alright, that's good enough. So Radavage and Imislav. I do want to get one more healer. I think the next kid I'm going to put in the healer status. I'd like to have one in the village. Alright, so I think we're good to go. We got food, we got wood, we've got 6 people in our combat party again, so time to get some more interesting stuff done. So let's go to you guys. Move, and we'll just head straight south towards that bandit camp again. Alright, how are we doing over here in Expedition 3? Or Expedition 2? We're up to 18 gold, 21 nimblewood, production. One more turn, we'll have another one. Oops, 2 turns for that, so I think I miscounted then. 155 out of 250. But it's just starting, so yeah, 2 turns. Okay. I think I'm going to let things ride at least one more turn. Then I'm going to transfer him over, see if I can finish this up. Well, they will finish it up, so I don't know. I'll reorient this, maybe pull him down to the fish for a bit, but we'll let that finish. Alright, so we still got some time on those guys. Actually, I need to make sure... 1391 out of 2150. I have to be careful of that. If I do want to switch to another material type. So I think I am going to let them finish up one more round of the nimblewood and the gold, and then I'm going to switch them over to fish, and then possibly I'll move them to that other spot. Or we'll run back to town, kind of depends. So let's just go ahead and continue. Alright, that's fine. No changes here. I know about that stuff. Alright, so let's move you down here for a little bit. I need both of you in order to finish. No, I don't. Alright, good. 205. Not enough to get a double up. That's fine. That'll get us closer. Alright, we'll do that for a couple rounds, and then we'll take a look at our weight and see if we want to shift or if we run back to town to drop stuff off. And... alright, that puts us right on the border of the bandits area. Let's do it. Ooh, hello. Look at this thing, jeez. I can almost guarantee we're going to get attacked. Hopefully it goes well. And before we do, I think I'm going to call the episode to a close right here. So, something to look forward to. We're going to have some fights, it looks like. Maybe multiples. Might get one hit us, and then the other hit us, and then one come out of the bandit camp. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. This could be bad. We'll have to see. But hope you're enjoying the series and the episode. As always, please do hit the like, comment, subscribe options. They really do help the channel out and let me know how I'm doing and what you guys are interested in. Also got my Discord channel linked down below in the social media section, so feel free to visit me there if you'd like to chat about any of the games that we cover here on the channel. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye-bye.